happening? TCL Scorpion 72. So, if you saw my update video, which I hope you did, you realize that this thing, let me start from the beginning. So, a picture popped up showing that there will be figures of Wonder Woman, a TV series from the 70s, Flash from the the 90s TV series, and some movie figures, meaning they'll be doing some of the Batman films and stuff like that, and most likely Superman stuff. So people weren't sure the pictures were real, fake, someone's custom, stuff like that. Find out that these are real, these figures are coming out, and before you know it, within a 2-week span, these figures show up on shelves. Now, they've been showing up mostly in Canada so far. Here it's supposed to end up in the States starting next month. In March, you guys should be seeing these in Walmarts. Still not sure if it's a Walmart exclusive yet. I've been to Toys R Us and stuff today and haven't seen them or anything like that. I forgot to check one of the Toys R Us in one of the other areas where I found this. But as of right now, these are mainly found in Walmart in Canada, in Ontario, Toronto, I'm in Montreal. And the third Walmart I went to today had them. I just grabbed them up because I'm a collector of DC figures. So this is what they look like in the box packaging. So we're going to go with the Flash first, and I'm going to concentrate on him in this review, and then we're going to take a look at Batman. I know a lot of you guys are waiting for the Batman, but I want to get the other Batman figures. I have to do a comparison and stuff like that, but I'm going to go with my favorite, which is going to be the Flash here. So the new packaging is going to consist of this, which I think they're doing that for even their Multiverse figures, the other ones. It's going to be a little bit smaller. I'm not sure because I haven't gotten the new Multiverse figures yet. So I'm not sure the box size is going to be the same, because they're going to have like build a collect and connect, you know, build a figure pieces in there. So these are a little bit higher price point, which I don't really see it, because here a regular Multiverse figure is $29.99, so this is the same price as a regular Multiverse figure up here in Canada. So there's really no difference for me. I know down in the States, guys, supposed to have like about 24 bucks or something like that, 25 bucks. I do like the way they did it. They have a picture of John Wesley Ships here, the guy who played the Flash. Very cool TV series. If you haven't seen it, I believe it's on DVD. It might even be on Blu-ray now. Should pick it up if you're a Flash fan. I like the way he's got the comic book accurate costume, except for the boots, of course. And there's a reference for that in the first pilot episode, the 2-parter. I think it's just 1-parter. Nevertheless, winter box packaging, come with extra hands. There's some kind of card back in here. There's a stand. You can see on the side picture of the Flash also, and here we have the Flash in the back. Now the prototype picture of him is a little bit different from what we get, like with most prototypes. And here we have in the back, we can see that we have the Batman here from Batman Forever, the Val Kilmer Batman. Now, originally, as of course, those of you who saw the picture, it showed Wonder Woman and stuff. I just showed you. She's not out yet. From what I've heard and read from, I believe, is that Paul Storr or something? He's a really close contact with Mattel. She just signed off on her likeness, so she's going to be in the next wave, and still don't know who the next figure is going to be in the next wave. And still not sure they're doing these 2x2. It's supposed to be coming out each quarter or third quarter of the year. So expect a lot more of these TV movie type figures and stuff. So enough of that. Let's open. Oh yeah, it says collector's signature collection here on the top. And I really like it. It's got this little indent in the package and stuff. So it's really cool. I'm glad to change it up. I know some people complaining, saying, why do you change your packaging, Mattel? Keep the same, but you gotta understand, Mattel's gotta refresh their packaging in order to bring in, I guess, new customers, new collectors. It looks nice when something's fresh on the shelves. I know, like, Hasbro went through the same thing with their Marvel Legends, and now they got their standard way of having their stuff packaged and stuff like that, but they change the artwork all the time because it's based on the figure, if it's a movie figure. So I don't mind a change if it's to draw attention to customers and us to see these figures and know that they're new a lot faster than seeing the old stuff that's still on a lot of shelves and stuff like that. I'm all for it. Alright, so let's take a look at the Flash. So I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while in my videos. I'm just going to open up the packaging here so you guys can see what it looks like when you take out the package and take a look at the figure. See if I can get this done in the flash. Alrighty, so this is what we have here when we take out the Flash figure out of the packaging. Nothing else really to the packaging. Here's the standard like plastic holder. Here's this case. It says the Flash on it. And this is neat. Oh wow! Compartment. So we have a compartment where I guess you can hold the extra parts. Which the extra parts consist of pegs for the stand. So it's pegs for the stand. Of course, like I said, have his extra hands. This looks like, that's interesting. And he has a hole in the back. Sorry for the big noise. Block ears. Oh, there's no plastic thing on him, so he's easily take out the packaging. There's a big hole in the back, so I guess that's for the stand. And a picture of the Flash. Alright, so right off the bat, the problem I have with this is there's no instructions, so they're really banking on the fact that you know what these pieces are for and how to work them. There's nothing to show you where to go and stuff like that. So, as I mentioned, you get these little pegs. You get about 6 of these pegs. So the pegs go in like this, and you can put them here. So there's enough to put like 6 pegs. You can line this all up with all your pegs, or with the compartment here, you can just throw the pegs in there. That way you don't lose them. Depends where you want to put the Flash. So we have this stand, which I'll show you how it goes on the Flash in a minute. Stick that in there so you can get them like in a pose or something like that. It's up in the air and stuff. It's, hold on. I was just about to say I wish it can go down a little bit lower or changeable, and it can. So this stand, this little flight piece here is a 2-piece, and you can actually take it apart. And let's see, does it fit in the hole? Unfortunately, it does not fit in the hole here, which is too bad. Can it fit this way? Nope. So it's too bad it doesn't fit in one of the other holes here, because that would have been really cool if you didn't want, like, say a character like the Flash, he doesn't fly. You don't want to up that high, but it's cool that it comes apart. I'm guessing the reason for that is to store it down here. So let's again open this up, see if it fits. And yeah, it does. So it fits. So you can actually store the stand if you're not using it. Pretty neat. So give me kudos to that. Just wish there's a little bit of instructions to show like newcomers or somebody who gets this what to do with it. They might just chuck in like a bag, or they might lose it. This little piece here, I'm guessing, is to block this. And yep, there we go. So you can block the little hole here so there's no big gap in the sign that says DC on it. So the stand here is very, very cool. That's probably where the extra for, I guess if you guys get this in the States, I think your figures are normally like 20 bucks. So I'm guessing this is where the 5 extra bucks goes into the stand and the base, which acts as a storage unit also, which you can store all the extra stuff in there, including his hands. Pretty sure, like, let's see, the hands fit in here. I know I haven't gotten to the Flash just yet. Let's see, let's throw the hands in there. Yeah, so this is a nice little neat way. Keep everything together. You don't lose anything. Like I said, the card backdrop is just him. Too bad it wasn't something else. On the other side it says DC Multiverse. Really nice if like some kind of like background animation or like a speed like lines like he's running, but nevertheless it's cool. They wanted to put it like this so you can identify who this figure is when you have him on your shelf and everything like that. So all in all, the stand is really cool. I do like it. Give it like a thumbs up. I just wish there was a little like instruction sheet or something to tell people how to, I guess, like where to put what and everything like that. But on the other hand, it's not rocket science, and you can pretty much, anybody can pretty much figure it out. I just figured it out, so I'm thinking that you guys can figure it out. For those of you who haven't watched the video or anything like that, come across the figure, it's pretty easy. But hey, kudos to Mattel for this. Neat. All right, on to the figure. Alright, so let's see where all this extra money for this figure is going into. Alright, let's just check out all the new articulation. And he has a bunch. So, this figure stands roughly about 6.2 inches tall. I'm going to do some comparison shots with the other flashes I have and other figures I have. Now, let's see. He has his head's on a ball joint. This is the first time I look at the figure, so we're going to look at it together. So you can look up this much, and you can look down slightly, not too much. He is a runner, so he doesn't really need to look up. I don't know. He should look down a little bit more, so, but it's a little bit stiff, so I'm not going to really force it or anything like that. His shoulders on a ball joint. He has swivel in the bicep. Articulation, double articulation in the elbow. So this is new for Mattel. They've only gave this to a few figures, which really didn't make any sense. Black Hands, one of them, and Abensor, Black Lantern figures, one of those ones that he got this. True story, I heard, apparently the reason why we didn't get a lot of the double jointed elbows and knees was Mattel thought it was copywritten. And they thought they would be stealing from other companies, mainly Hasbro, the Marvel Legends. So that's why they never did it. And somebody had to really tell them that no, you can't copyright articulation. So this is probably one of the big reasons why a lot of the figures in this line, as well as the multiverse figures coming up this year, will have a lot of double jointed elbows and knees and stuff. I find it kind of hilarious, but hey, he's got ab crunch, swivel on the waist, articulation in the wrists, as well as a wrist hinge. Wrist hinge. Yeah, getting tongue tied with that for some reason. I don't know why. Legs can go up this much. Can do splits pretty well. Leg can go up that much. Swivel in the thigh up there. Double jointed knees. Just work really well. Swivel in the boot. Got the boot cut. He has no ankle rocker, but he does have a pivot in the foot, as well as something that we haven't seen in a long time, which is reminiscent of the old Hasbro type of Marvel Legends, is pivot in the toe, which is pretty neat. I do like the way they did the gloss on his boots. The paint on his the lightning is pretty. Could be a little bit more indented, like done well. Like the paint looks a little faded there. Like they could use a little bit more gold on it. Same thing with his gauntlets here, his gloves. The insignia is perfect. That's one of the things I always worry about. Seeing how this is the only flash I found in the store, I was happy that the insignia is really well done. And of course we have here gold painting, really done there. I like that way they did that. Looks just like in the TV, and the lightness on them, pretty dead on. Like, wow. I really loved watching this show back in the day. I always wished to do a figure of him, but you know, back then we weren't getting figures of pretty much anything we watch or anything that came out on TV, unless it's like we never really caught any, honestly, unless it was in the movie. I have to be in a movie or something like that.
The paint's pretty nice and crisp on the Flash, but my main problem, I think now, is going to start bothering me, is this hole in his back. I wish they did add or included a plug to block this hole, because it is really big.
So, changing the hands, just let's see how they do it. There you go. So we're going to change the fists for, I like to call these running hands, or you can call them karate chop hands. It's pretty neat. And they all have hinges on them, so even I only thought it was like, it's not really a grabbing hand, it's more like I don't know. Stop running, stop coming at me, hand. Let's try that one here. And voila! Pretty neat. I really like this figure. I like to finally get a Flash TV figure from the 90s. Never thought this would happen. Who knows, just like we've been asking for this. Those are longtime collectors of DC DC classics and all the DC Signature line. We're asking for this kind of stuff for a very long time. Even when they started doing the little 3 3/4 inch figures, when they gave us like Batman, the Michael Keaton Batman, Christopher Reeve Superman. Hopefully, I hope Reeves is coming up in this line. Everybody will be stoked about that. Yeah, it's just nice to see this in the 6-inch form finally. So let's take a look at him with the stand and see how that works. So a stand works in one or two ways, as I mentioned earlier. Basically, you can just put him on here. He has 2 peg holes in both boots, so you can just stick him on there. Fits in quite snug, I must say. So you can have him a running pose, like you can pose him like that, like he's running. Or with this, as I mentioned before, it splits apart. Stick that there. I want to remove this anyway, and then the hole in the back. So this gives you option of posing the Flash at super speed, trying to catch something, trying to stop somebody going through the Speed Force. Who knows? Like that episode he went back, he went to the future. That was really cool. That's one of my favorite episodes, when Pike returns. He went to the future. So you can kind of pose him like this. And let's see. Let's make a difference if you turn it around. Not really. Just, it definitely doesn't have balance if you turn it around, so I don't recommend that. But it does twist, so you can kind of twist it in whichever way, just not backwards, because he's a heavy figure. So you can turn it that way, this way, or even this way. So there's many different ways you can kind of do this. Here you have it, the Flash. Alright, before I show you the comparison pictures, just realize something. The Flash here, his forearm here, it twists. So not only his double jointed elbows, it actually twists. So you can actually twist his whole bottom forearm here from left to right. Not expecting that either. I'm just checking to see if there's any other hidden articulation I did not know about. So yeah, that is pretty neat. So I didn't know that.
So there you have it, a look at the DC Multiverse Signature Collection series based on TV and movie properties. Not sure if they're going to dive into any other ones. Here's comparison shots. You can see the figures between like the regular Multiverse line and the movie line. There's not that much difference in height as you expect, but I guess it's character based. The DC collectibles will all be taller than the rest of them because they're like 7 inches tall, and the Val Kilmer Batman is taller than the Flash, as Batman kind of should be. What else they will be showing and have for the rest of the year will be shown probably at Toy Fair. I do like the articulation, paint job's really well done. The extra hands and the stand and the little storage compartment really help and really make this a great buy. So this is Scorpion 72 out.